Well, speaking of Dodd-Frank, on the one hand, the SEC, after a half dozen years, did finally adopt a final rule on CEO pay ratio disclosure. But on the other hand, that disclosure is not scheduled to occur until 2018. Do you think it's likely that those companies that are still struggling with the ratio between the CEO's total annual compensation and the so-called median annual compensation of all employees are going to get a final reprieve?
Becky, I agree with that. I think that there's been a pretty long reprieve already if you look at the time since adoption of Dodd-Frank, and then the long period, if we just focus on the pay ratio rule that the SEC has taken to put that into place. The deferred effective date until 2018 is entirely consistent with the SEC's go slow approach to Dodd-Frank. And frankly, pardon the pun, I have said several times over the last few years that the SEC doesn't need, or the business community doesn't need Congress to overturn Dodd-Frank. The SEC has essentially been doing it ever so slowly by just delaying and refusing to adopt final rules, and as you see with pay ratio, having a long period of phasing in the effective date. There have been some companies that have been early adopters of pay ratio, and the business community owes a debt of gratitude to those companies that are trying to pave the way and show the problems. But frankly, if I was running a small public company, I would not be in a hurry to be an early adopter of pay ratio disclosure, because I think there's going to be plenty of time to fine-tune it and perhaps not even see it go through.